Yes, get in! Come on! Hi guys, and welcome to the Portsmouth vs Sunderland match review where literally as soon as I press record the full-time whistle's gone and it is finished Pompey 0, Sunderland 2, and what a performance that has been. What a performance! Get in! So, let me get into the match review. I do apologise. I'm really excited right now because that was a brilliant result and a brilliant performance all round from every player tonight. I genuinely can't say a bad word about any player this evening, but we'll get into the starting 11. And when I did see the starting 11 this evening, I was actually quite annoyed. If you do follow me on social media, I do actually have Twitter again, by the way. It's Joel Gradwell, which is actually my real name, rather than jamsarny. I'm trying to stay away from Twitter jail. So yeah, you can follow me on there. But I was really worried because originally it come up with Winchester and Scout in the middle, which the last time we saw those two in the middle was against Swindon, where we won by a goal to nil, but we played shocking. And we played Swindon, who were also shocking, and we scraped a 1-0 win against them. So I was thinking, oh no, it's going to be defensive, it's going to be backwards, it's going to be sideways. It was anything but. It was anything but. And in all, you know, if we're going to be fair, I think we not only did we deserve the game, but we looked comfortable for large parts of the game as well. And we just looked like we had such quality throughout. And you know, it's mad to think that we have one senior centre back fit and playing. Yeah, we're defending so well. We look so comfortable defensively. So we will go into the lineup, as I say, with Burge in goal. We had Sanderson, O'Nien, and Power, and McFadzean as well. So it was quite confusing because I feel like they swapped from a back three to a four as game goes on. But I think as the lineups did come out, it's supposed to be a back four with Power right back and McFadzean left back. Of course, Sanderson and O'Nien in the middle. Then in the middle of midfield, of course, as I mentioned, Winchester and Scout as well. On the right hand side, Jones. On the left hand side, McGeady. And up top, O'Brien and Charlie White. Now getting into the game, and after a couple of minutes, I could see Jones, he was up for it. Jordan Jones, he was right up for it. And he's got Daniels, their left back, former Bournemouth man, who's, you know, he's experienced. He's got a great left foot, that left back, Daniels. But my God, is he slow. And Jones took him on so easily, putting a brilliant ball in for Charlie White, and it had gone wide. So I just thought to myself, Jones, get it in, because, yeah, Daniels is experienced, but my God, you are so much faster than him. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think he actually did it for the rest of the game. Jones, which was really frustrating. I think Daniels probably just learned, you know, step off him a bit. Don't give him that yard away. But don't get me wrong, Jones was brilliant. He's probably one of the best players on the pitch easily. But he was more so cutting inside and putting in early crosses rather than getting to the byline and beating Daniels, which was a shame really, because he could have absolutely rinsed him. But either way, I'm going off tangent again now. Portsmouth had a spell here and there. It was mainly just sort of aimless balls going into the box. Once the ball did come into the near post towards Harrison, the striker up top. Well, I thought he should maybe try and flick it towards goal, but instead he's kind of tried to dummy the ball so the ball would run in behind him, and he was hoping a striker would be there, but no one was, and luckily we got it away. But from then on, we dominated. I feel like we really took control of the game. Winchester, for me, was absolutely instrumental. He was so unbelievably good. And it was one of those performances from a sort of a role that not many people would take notice of, because he would break up the play and he'd pick the ball up, and there was a good 2 or 3 times where he'd pick up the ball, he'd quickly nick it away from a Pompey midfielder, and he'd spray it pinpoint at pace, so perfect, spreading the play to like McGeady on one side or Jones on the other. And a couple of the times, it didn't even look like he looked up. He just knew bang on where they were going to be, and that just shows the quality in the lad. So now I'm starting to see what Winchester offers, and if that's what he can offer, then get him on the team sheet every week, because some of those passes were class. They really were class, and I can appreciate that. Scowen was very busy getting in the players' faces like he always does. Occasionally, every now and then, you know, he goes backwards when he don't need to, or he take one touch too many when he really doesn't need to. But all in all, I can't slate the lad. He was putting in a real shift this evening and really got in the face and didn't let them really have 2 or 3 touches in the middle before getting in the face. So I do appreciate that as well. Did a lot of the dirty work, as did Winchester. But yeah, we got a chance. McGeady as well, cutting in from left to right as he usually does. Cutting from left to right, he's got 25 yards out, and he's absolutely pinged it, and he was heading towards that top right-hand corner, but the Pompey keeper saves it. Brilliant save, it has to be said. Eventually we do manage to take the lead though, a corner, and there is Charlie White, of course, who thumps it in. It's a brilliant run off the ball to get away from his marker. I think it's Raggett. I think that's his name anyway. He managed to get away from him. It's a brilliant header into the bottom right-hand corner to make it 1-0. Absolutely buzzing. Pompey, to be fair, I think they opened 25 minutes, it was all us. But as they did try and push between the sort of 25 and 35 minute marker, I feel like they were really kind of going for it a bit more without really testing Burge at all. But one chance, their right winger, I forget his name now, right? I keep forgetting him. Ryan Williams, that's the one, their number 7, who McGeady, by the way, absolutely tortured him from start to finish tonight, I think. Absolutely took the piss, rinsed the man, took him on so many times, wound him up countless times, and he really got in his head, and McGeady just showed his experience and class as well. But either way, sorry, I can't help bigging up our team tonight. But yeah, Williams cut him from right to left, took on his man, took on Mick Fadzine, which really wasn't too hard for him, to be honest with you. Cut him from right to left, and then he plays a really good ball in behind for Marquis, who, Jesus Christ, he's such a diving little bastard. You know, to think, yes, he can score goals in this league. He's got a proven record. But holy shit, I do not want this guy on our side. You know, it was only a year or so ago where we wanted him because he was scoring goals for fun. But he's done it before, and every time we see him, he's so focused on diving rather than putting the ball in the back of the net. Williams puts in a brilliant ball in behind for him, one-on-one with the keeper. Sanderson's on his back a little bit, but he's so focused on going down rather than shooting. He's almost sacrificed this opportunity. But it looks like he's almost purposely hit it wide so that he can fling himself over and then point at Sanderson and say, oh, he pushed me, ref, he pushed me. Referee, luckily, he was shit anyway, but luckily he didn't buy into Marquis's bullshit. You know, it's a chance gone for Pompey, and Pompey fans must have been fuming watching that because that was ridiculous. It was embarrassing. He was doing it a good 2 or 3 times as well. He spent the entirety of the game, Marquis, just pointing and moaning at the ref. He was just a massive man-child, and it was winding me right up. But either way, yeah, that was their sort of key chance of the first half. But going to half-time, and it's 1-0. Well-deserved, I believe. I think, like I say, Pompey only had 5 to 10 minutes of real control, I'd say, of the game. Of course, I would always expect Pompey to have periods of the game. It's not like, you know, previous games against Swindon or Crewe where we'd expect to have the majority. I did expect phases. Second half, I feel like we come out with a brilliant attitude. We're still going at it. Our press was brilliant. But O'Brien did pick up a knock. I think it was a knee. It looked like maybe something like that. But he did come off and Flanagan come on. And I think before the game when I saw Flanagan was on the bench, I thought, you know, if we have a fit, natural defender on the bench, if he's fit enough to be on the bench, he should be fit enough to be on the pitch. And yes, he's been out for a few weeks. And the defenders in there who are playing as defenders, should I say, are playing well, then they shouldn't really be replaced. But I just thought, you know, we've still got O'Nien and Power playing as centre-backs. Surely it'd be better for us to obviously shift him in there, Flanagan, and then maybe put Power in midfield and push him up. But either way, I can't complain. We won. But he did come on, Flanagan, and it gave Power a little bit of leeway to get forward more. And eventually, we made it 2-0. The Sky Sports camera struggled to keep up with it, but looking at the replays, Pompey had a throw-in deep in their own half. They've thrown it back to the defender, who's made a right mess of it. Jones is nicked in there, and then the oncoming goalkeeper gets the ball dinked over him gorgeously by Jordan Jones, who celebrates and wheels away as he's made it 2-0. Beautiful finish. But yeah, Pompey handed us that one, in all fairness. Pompey, they were a bit unfortunate, I think, with one opportunity not too long before that, where a ball was put in to the box. Flanagan absolutely hacks the ball away on the replay. He does get the ball first, but the follow-through, he absolutely leathers the Pompey midfielder. But it's not given. The penalty's not given, luckily, unfortunately for us. Later on in the game, we saw the likes of Gooch come on, Maguire come on, and we saw the game out brilliantly, which is such a good professional performance. We're still making chances, you know. And what I really loved tonight is that when we went 1-0 up, away from home at Fratton Park, a place we haven't won in God knows how long. It's a hard place to go, fans there or not. Generally, it is anyway. I know Pompey might disagree, Pompey fans, because of course they're not in a great run of form at the minute. But I'm just so glad that we didn't score the one and sit back. We wanted more, you know. We smelt blood. We kept going, becoming ruthless. So we got away with a 2-0 win, and my man of the match. It's so hard to choose from. Sky give it to O'Nien, and you know I can't disagree. In all honesty, because you just take a step back and realise this man isn't a defender. He's not a defender. He's been a midfielder all of his life. He's been playing right back for the majority of his Sunderland career. Now he's playing at the left side of a back three. Then he's playing as a back two, as a back four, on the right hand side of the back three. It's mad the amount of positions this lad can play in, and at a very, very good standard as well. So I'm going to agree with Sky Sports and give it to O'Nien. I could have easily given it to Jones, who I think was absolutely incredible tonight. He was so good. He worked hard, tracking back, and he was just so unbelievably dangerous. And he was someone who, you know, I complain quite a lot, you know, when players have a lot of grass in front of him and he refused to run into it and he take the time to go sideways. Every time Jones saw grass in front of him, he was running it and he was covering it. You bet your arse he'd be getting in there and getting at the Pompey back line. So if we have a look at the league table now, this is the big thing. Let's have a look at the league table, shall we? Whilst I smile like a madman. So right now, Hull are of course top of the league on 65 points. We are 5 points behind them, but with 2 games in hand. Lincoln drew this evening, I do believe, which puts them just a point ahead of us now. And we do take on Lincoln in a week or two as well, I do believe, if I can remember correctly anyway. And Hull did beat Peterborough. I think they did anyway. Is that right? Did Hull beat Peterborough? I'm sure they did. Yes, Hull did beat Peterborough. Peterborough did go a goal up and then ended up losing by 3-1. We have Peterborough as well in a few weeks' time. So, I did say, we had that run where we had Rochdale, of course, we had Crewe and Swindon, and I said I would have liked to see 9 points from those games. And then, of course, we have Pompey tonight. And then I think we have Accrington and we also have Lincoln as well. So, I said I wanted us to try and get 9 points, and then that puts us in really good stead for the games like the Pompey game and like the Aki game, and then we've got Lincoln as well. But yeah, Aki lost as well tonight, so we're meeting teams at perfect times at the minute, because like we said, Pompey lost last time out 4-1. We've met them at a good time because we're in a good run of form. They're in a really bad run of form. Got 3 points. Of course, we've got Wembley this weekend, which we'll get onto in a minute. We've got Aki away, which is such a shame that we can't go to it. You know how much I love Aki away. On the 17th, so next Wednesday, we do take on Aki away from home. They just lost. Maybe we could get another 3 points there. And then the following Saturday, we've got Lincoln at the Stadium Light. Another 3 points there. You could be looking at the top 2. We really could be. And we're in such a good place at the minute, considering how many players we have out defensively as well, that I just feel so confident watching these players at the minute. And particularly on tonight's performance, that's probably one of the best performances I've seen this season. It's got to be. And Winchester, like I said, I'm going to give him a special mention again because he was so good. But yeah, this weekend it's Wembley, Sunday, and I really can't wait for it. I really can't, because I'm so unbelievably confident in the lads. I think he might reshuffle the pack a little bit, maybe see Dan Neil in there, because yeah, at the end of the day, it is the pizza. It is the Pizza Cup. It's the Pizza Trophy. But at the end of the day, it's a brilliant opportunity for us to get silverware at Wembley. And I've never seen Sunderland win at Wembley in my lifetime. So you can bet your bottom dollar that if Sunderland win on Sunday, you won't be getting a match review that evening. I'll be getting absolutely smashed. But either way, it's a brilliant 3 points. I do apologise that I've rambled on a bit and half of it probably didn't make sense and it's gibberish because I've literally just done it straight from full time. And I'm really excited. As you can tell, it's just so positive. We're unbeaten in, 6-7 now? I keep forgetting how many it is. Every match review I forget now. But we've just beat Pompey at Fratton Park for the first time in God knows how long. It's like 20, 30 odd years or however long it is. So yeah, it's been really positive. So you guys let me know in the comments down below who was your man of the match and what your thoughts on the game were. But if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.